From the South Dallas Cultural Center studios in sunny South Dallas, this is Deconstructing Dallas. Greetings, everyone. This is your host, Ryan Trimble, coming to you once again from our home away from home. Joined today by a man who is in the zone, in the sound booth, Shawn Williams. Shawn, good day, sir.
Good day, Ryan Trimble. It is nice to be back in sunny South Dallas, man. This is a great place to record. Not that I don't like the Worldwide studio headquarters at Two Turtle Creek, but man, this is the place to be. You walk through, you can feel the energy. There's so much history on the wall. I even saw a payphone walking in here. I mean, where else can you go and see a payphone?
Did you check for the quarter in the payphone, Shawn?
Check to see if someone left their nickel, their dime. I can remember. I think I can remember when it was a dime, but generally I think it was a quarter, then like 50 cents. But when I was in pharmaceutical sales, I mean, back in the day, a payphone was important to come by because you'd have to check your voice messages because there was not the ubiquitous phone service and cell phones. And so you find a good payphone, call the 1-800 number, hear your voicemail. It's a big deal.
I remember being sent to the movies on Friday night with a pocket full of quarters in case there was some sort of emergency, Shawn.
Well, in my day, when you had a pocket full of quarters, you were headed to the arcade.
Yes.
And so that meant like Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man,
so
Space Invaders, Galaga. Galaga was my number one game, and I played Galaga last night.
Impressive. Where?
I played at Industry Alley.
Okay.
Yeah, Industry Alley is a spot where you can find the Galaga.
Are you a big Street Fighter 2 kind of guy?
I liked Street Fighter 2. That was like...
I'm getting a little into...
That was like college, but I mean...
More graphics, more pixels.
Street Fighter 2, and then, what was the other one? Mortal Kombat? Was that the next one that came by?
Yeah.
Next, I played with Sub-Zero.
Uh-huh.
Did you play Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I was always on Ninja Turtles, man. You know me. You know me. Mega Man was a player in my gaming life, but I'm terrible at video games, man.
Well, since we last joined the studio audience, we have had a huge signing on the Cowboys front.
Biggest news in Dallas, Zeke Elliott will be a Cowboy into perpetuity, it seems, Shawn. At least it seems like everybody's happy right now. So
he got 6 years on top of his 2 that are left. So I think that's a total 8 more years, which for a running back, that's a long time.
That's a big contract.
That's a long commitment.
We shall see. Hopefully it pays off. Hopefully his time south of the border has been productive with the great Marshall Faulk. So time will only tell. Sunday, we will see how it goes.
Sunday, 3:25. I'm just glad it's over. I'm so tired of contract talk. It's made for sports talk, which I'm not trying to hate on any sports talker or podcaster or whoever else because
we love you,
everybody needs content, right? By the way, I talked to Donovan and he's like, man, when you guys going to have me on for the show? We didn't get him on like last year before the season.
We'll get him.
But we've got to get Donovan on, get his Cowboys prediction, get his numbers, all that stuff.
Well, another one of our friends, one of our favorite people actually that has some hot Cowboy opinions. Maybe we should have him on. Melvin, our shoe care specialist at our office, in our office tower. I don't know if I know a bigger Cowboy fan than Melvin.
Melvin is always talking about the game that just happened or the game that is about to happen, pretty much at all times.
Well, Shawn, Melvin did get into some contract talks with me the other day. You know, Zeke got $90 million was his deal. Melvin told me that he would be just fine if Jerry gave him $2 million. He'd be fine.
Well, Melvin is a nice guy and a very accommodating guy. So, I mean, taking the $2 million,
yeah.
I mean, is the least he could do, I guess.
That's right.
Why not take that $2 million?
That's
right. I think I'm with Melvin on that one.
That's right. That's right. Well, Shawn, we've got a lot of action coming up this weekend. Of course, we teased Ponies hosting UNT, their home opener. Your Aggies in South Carolina and Clemson.
I'm feeling good about the game. I'm feeling, after watching Kellen Mond, he continues to grow. The running back situation is looking good. The only thing that makes me a little nervous is the A&M defensive line. But the Clemson defensive line cannot be as good as they were last year. They were like literally NFL grade caliber line last year.
Prediction?
I'm going A&M 26, Clemson 23.
Oh, man, I love it. Look at the confidence.
I'm feeling pretty good.
I
Got
love
a good
it.
feeling about this. What about you? How are the ponies?
Yeah.
How are the ponies going to stack up?
Ponies, gritty win last week at Arkansas State, like we mentioned in our last episode. Ponies, UNT, Seth Luttrell's got them playing really well. But I'll tell you what, Sonny Dykes got the fellas ready to go. I think it'll be a bit of a high-scoring affair, but I'm going to go Ponies 45, UNT 40.
You are bullish on Sonny Dykes.
I'm long on CS. I'm high. I bought a lot of stock in Sonny.
Yeah, you are chock full of Sonny Dykes stock.
It's always sunny on the hilltop, Shawn.
Well, man, we have got a great guest today. Like, I know we've had this on our vision board for quite some time, and we will finally be able to knock this guest off. We have longtime and great political writer from the Dallas Morning News, Gromer Jeffers, that's going to be joining us today.
Gromer, of course, longtime friend of both yours and mine. We talk about it. We're going to talk about it in the interview, but man, I used to see Gromer walk in, and the chamber folks would sit him, and all the Ken Kaltoff and everybody that wanted to talk politics at all these chamber luncheons, they got sat in the back, and so lowly staffers sat near Gromer, and so we got to know each other.
Well, yeah, I read Gromer for years before I even made my way to City Hall, and then found myself having a number of political conversations with Gromer at the Cedar Social. So that is where I was sitting down getting the real deal outside of the column from Gromer. But that's kind of what we're going to get today, really get to delve into more than just the words that you get to write on the page or online. I'm really excited to hear these hot political opinions from Gromer Jeffers.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say in this state there are several reporters that cover politics, but I think Gromer's one of the ones that probably everybody follows. He's got a big following. He's been doing it for a long time.
And he knows everybody. Like, he knows everybody.
Yes.
He's a great guy.
Yes, unassuming and just walks in and kind of knows everybody.
And always working, man. I mean, I'm telling you, you go to an event where Gromer is and he's on the side having a conversation, got his notepad out, he's leaning up against the wall, he's having conversations. So I'm really excited, man.
Yeah, this is great. So let's jump right in, take a quick break, and we'll be right back. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Thanks for tuning in. It's football season again, and SMU head coach Sonny Dykes has the Mustang football team ready to rumble this season. You won't want to miss any of the action on the Hilltop this fall, and with season ticket packages starting at just $79, there's no excuse. With exciting players like senior wide receiver James Prochet and quarterback Shane Buechele leading the Stampede, it's sure to be a big year. Do yourself a favor. Call my guys in the SMU ticket office at 214-SMU-GAME. That's 214-768-4263. Or visit www.smumustangs.com today and lock in your season tickets, like I did. My guy David Silverstone will be waiting for your call. So what are you waiting for? Dial 214-SMU-GAME and pony up.
This is Deconstructing Dallas. Shawn Williams, Ryan Trimble. We are honored today to have a senior writer here with us, senior in experience, because I think we were roughly about the same age, so I don't want to put too many seniors in.
Right.
But we have political writer from the Dallas Morning News, Gromer Jeffers, here to talk a little politics. Gromer, thank you for being here.
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited about being here. I know we've talked about doing this for a while.
For a minute.
And now,
it's
man.
It's a tough get, Shawn.
And this is the perfect time to have him. Like,
yeah.
there's so much going on.
I tell you, because I just came from a debate in Frisco, and I was like, I'm going to make this. So I was weaving and dodging through traffic, and so I'm here.
And
so it's
early,
great.
man. So that's good.
Exactly.
That's
so it's good to be with you guys. I mean, I've known both of you for a while here. So
and I followed you. I've read your political writing for a long time. I followed you even for a time when I was on Inside Texas Politics.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah,
bumping each other. But can you? I just want to know a little bit about your career, because now you really are the go-to writer here when it comes to local, state, even national politics. Right. So tell me a little bit about your career at the Dallas Morning News.
Yeah, man, I came here, man. I don't know. It hasn't been quite 20. I don't know. It's been a while, though. But I'm from Chicago originally. And so that's where I get my love from politics from. I love politics. I love the Chicago Cubs, basically, even though I'm from the South Side. I'm like a Michelle Obama South Sider, where we don't cheer for the White Sox, we cheer for the Cubs. But growing up in Chicago, man, my family had like all kinds of newspapers, because newspapers were still king back then, and we had subscriptions to a few, and then when they saw I was into journalism, they would go they still had newsstands. I know the young listeners out there, what is he talking about? Yeah. But especially in the larger northern cities, they had these little huts that were called newsstands, and you go and get you a paper and gum or whatever, And so they would go and they would give me the papers that I didn't have from the newsstand, and so from there, that's where I started reading columnist Mike Royko and all of the kinds of folks, and got into politics. Everybody's from Chicago who love politics, sure. Right? And then I went to school at Howard in D.C. political town. Got my first job at the Kansas City Star. Started working night cops, man. And I saw some stuff: accidents, murders, shootings, rubber chicken dinners, stuff like that. But when a politician came to town, I would get the coverage, like the dinner circuit and stuff like that. Yeah. And so from there, went to county government, and then suburban county government, then county government in Jackson County, Missouri, and then Kansas City Hall. And from there, a guy named Vernon Smith used to be an editor here. Used to be an international editor, did all kinds of other stuff, but he also did some recruiting. I ran into him at a conference, and then we would always talk about me coming to Texas, and he got me to look at the Dallas Morning News. I came here, became the City Hall reporter, and from there just branched out to local politics, and now I kind of do it all, as the kind of the main political writer. And it's been fun.
Got here as fast as you could, club, man.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, that's good. So you started off, you're a City Hall reporter.
Yes.
We wanted to talk to you about Dallas City Hall. Yeah. The Eric Johnson era we're 80 days
off and running, right?
We're off and running. Give us your thoughts on the Johnson administration and his time as mayor.
Well, so far so good, right? No big scandals, right? That's the first thing you want, and not to suggest that there will be one, but in Dallas, the trick is, man, to get the council to go along with your agenda. Yeah. And so far, it seems like he's been able to do that. What's exciting about Johnson is, he's a younger mayor compared to some of the other mayors we've had. And the thing about him is he wants to sort of modernize the city in terms of information, data, doing things based on new technologies, analytics instead of the old ways. And I think that's what's exciting about him, sort of bringing the city into the modern era. Dallas does a lot of things right, but I think that's a worthy goal. Right. And if he can just do that, then maybe he can work on some of the just systemic problems, like the North-South divide.
Right.
And I know that's something you guys are
absolutely
care about.
And you mentioned the council, and we've sat down with the majority of the council. Jennifer Gase is one of